Hiya, welcome back to the channel. So, we have a VFR800 in front of us, and in this video I'm going to change the clutch and brake fluid on it. I mean, this isn't specific to this bike. You can use this process, this method on pretty much any bike, but yeah, that's what this video is. Changing the brake fluid and the clutch fluid on that shitter. And I'm going to start with the clutch fluid. So if I go down here, I need to take this fairing off because I need to get to this bleed nipple, which is there. So to get to that, I'm going to take this off, and then hopefully that will give me the access that I require. Yes. And now we have gained access, we can take the correct size spanner, in this case 10mm, but yours might be different, and just make sure that bleed nipple actually does undo. Right, let's just lock that up again. And now we need to go up to the masturbator cylinder and undo these two screws for the reservoir. Let's check them out, make sure. Sometimes these might be seized up, and if they are, then just put your screwdriver into the screw and then just twat the top of that with an hammer. Not too hard, but just give it a bit of a shock, and that will often loosen them up. So let's check these out and then see what it's like inside here. Yes. And now we have access to all the points that we need access to. So we take a syringe with a clear pipe on it. I mean, it doesn't have to be a clear pipe, but it helps. And then we suck the fluid out of here and empty this completely. Yes. And so once you've drained this reservoir and got all the chunky bits out as well, and just use a rag to clean it out as best as you can possibly clean it out until it is in fact nice and clean. And now we can add some new clean brake fluid, like so. Yes. And then we take the syringe with some brake fluid still in it and the pipe, and we connect it to the nipple nice and lovingly, and then we hold it that way up so the fluid goes down to the nipple like this. And then with it connected to there, we can crack this nipple off or undo it slightly, and then it's just as simple as we go up here and then we just keep on pumping this. You might want to put the lid just back on to stop it from ejaculating fluid everywhere, but now we keep on pumping it and we can see that not only does it have a bit of air in it, but also we see the dirt that's coming out of it. Making sure not to empty the reservoir as you go. And you just keep on doing it until the fluid that comes through is clean. So as you can see in there, that bit is dirty. And then when we move along there, it is in fact clean. So that is the clutch fluid done. I just need to take this off here and then top it up. Obviously, tighten the bleed nipple up before you do any of those things. And just a little trick if you are using this method and you're using a syringe to stop fluid from going everywhere is to put a bit of suction on this before you pull this off here, so then it sucks a bit of air in and then stops fluid from spunking up everywhere. I'll try and do it with one hand, but it probably won't work. Yes. And now we just need to top up or tap half as required and then put our lid back on nice and carefully, and of course reinstall and tighten up these screws like so. Yes. And I would always recommend just to rinse off any brake fluid that you might have spilled before it does any damage to any paint or anything like that. I'm just using soapy water because, to be honest with you, that's probably the best thing for rinsing brake fluid off. Yes. And so now, with all this back together, of course, that is a clutch fluid now replaced, and the clutch now feels brand spanking new. So now I'll move on to the brake fluid. I won't do it in as much detail because it's the same process, but let's get on with that. It's the same again. We'll start by removing all the fluid from the reservoir and cleaning the reservoir out, and then obviously refilling it with nice new clean fluid. And then we'll come down here and do pretty much exactly the same thing as what we've done with the clutch. You just undo this little bleed nipple, which is an 8mm in this case. Yes, we put our pipe on here, undo it, and then we just pump the brake nice and carefully, and the fluid doesn't actually look that bad in this one. And then now I've pumped about this much through, and it is coming through with the brand new fluid, so I've locked the bleed nipple off and removed the syringe, and now I need to go and do the same on the other caliper. This is different. This is, most bikes won't have another bleed nipple on the caliper. This is for the link brakes because this is a VFR. It has link brakes, this puts off the rear brake, so I'll come to that in a bit. But yeah, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side caliper and pump it through, and I'm not going to show any of that unless it's something interesting because it's exactly the same. Yes. And so now that is this one and this one done, and we need to move on to this one, which, as you can see, I've undone a bit of bodywork to get to it, but this is the rear master cylinder reservoir. Yes. And after sucking all fluid out and replacing it with new, we are now ready to flush the rear, which we have that connected to the bleed nipple. Now there's two bleed nipples on that caliper. I've got it onto the one that's easiest to get onto, which should work fine. And now it should just be a case of repeatedly pushing this pedal and then after doing that a few times, this is the fluid that I got out of the rear caliper. Obviously I've locked the bleed nipple off and everything. So that is the rear caliper done. And there's only those ones there left to do, which is just the same process again and again. Yes. And so now we should just need to top it up and we should be done. I'll just point something out what I need to make sure that I've pointed out. Right, so say this nipple, I'm not doing this one, I've already done this one. I'll just took this off for demonstration purposes, but if you see this now and you started pumping that wouldn't work. You've got air in the pipe. Before you start flushing the fluid through, you need to make sure that is full of fluid. Otherwise you'll end up getting air into the system. I just thought that I'd make sure that I've pointed that out. So let's finish this shitter off and then we're done. And there we are, it is finished. It's all back together and I've even give it a quick wash. So anyway, that's all for this one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the usual shit. And I'll see you next time.